Hi, Miles Sanity 602 reporting to you at the Nightmare Central with day number 10 of my fourth annual 31 Days of Horror Film Reviews. And for day number 10, which we have officially entered the double digits now with our days. And we've officially completed the first like Sunday to Saturday week of October in our fourth annual. And in this one here, we're not going to be talking about one movie. We're going to be talking about 5 movies. And this one, we're just going to be discussing some films, not all films, because I haven't seen this particular director's whole entire filmography, but I just think that this director needs some attention. It's more attention in general horror film fan audiences. I think that his films are great, and I feel like him, him and his whole entire Italian horror directors, get outshadowed by this, by the fun, but not as quality, not as amazing work as the Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, um, Leatherface, all those films, Pinhead, all those horror icons. I feel like those out um, overshadow the major horror demographic of film fans. And I feel like these Italian directors, these Italian films and directors deserve more credit than those typical things. They're fun. I love those. I could go on days for days about them, but I think that those get overshadowed when these deserve the credit. Now we're just going to be quickly talking about these. We got this. I'm just going to be talking about the ones that I owned. We got this Lucio Fulci. Now this is a Lucio Fulci we're talking about. We have City of the Living Dead, The City of the Living Dead, which is a very weird movie. It's a very weird movie. These movies tend to not rely on a narrative that you can easily digest and easily make sense of. But it's unlike these aren't like terribly made movies where the filmmaking's terrible to the point where it makes the whole entire thing that the film's trying to convey to the audience as being nonsensical. I think that these are intentionally nonsensical in order to be the intended effect that the director wants. City of the Living Dead, terrific film. I love its atmosphere. I love its atmosphere. I love the musical score. I love the musical score. All in all, City of the Living Dead gets my deepest of recommendations. I have zero complaints with the film. I think you have some terrific atmosphere. All in all, City of the Living Dead gets my recommendations. House by the Cemetery, honestly, is my least favorite out of Fulci's work. Not to say that's a bad movie, because it's not a bad movie. I fucking love House by the Cemetery, but out of all the movies that I've seen from Lucio Fulci, it's my least favorite. I think that the acting's not that very tight. I think that the performances and the acting isn't as tight as other Fulci's work. All in all, and I just don't really think that it provides. Don't really think it lacks on the other Fulci films have. Um, Fulci's films has, but it's still good. I like its atmosphere. It still is good. I like House by the Cemetery. New York Ripper, where House by the Cemetery maintains somewhat of a Fulci look. New York Ripper, the New York Ripper right there, is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. It's doesn't have the Fulci look to it. It has more of like a sleazy typical slasher film style to it. Not to say it's above many American slashers films in cinema. It's way better than a fucking Friday the 13th sequel. Maybe some of the Halloween sequels. Nightmare on Elm Street. It's not as good as the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels, but it beats a majority of the Friday the 13th sequels and some of the Nightmare on Elm Street. Some of the Halloween sequels. New York Rippers did. But all in all, New York Ripper is a very good movie. I like that, it's very energetic. It's very sleazy. It's Fulci trying to do a little something different, and a little bit out of his comfort zone, and I applaud him for that. I think that all in all, I think Fulci did a great job. I think all three of these movies are good. It's City of the Living Dead is a tough crack to beat. But all in all, I love all three of these movies in this set. The picture quality is all the picture quality is on these films is terrific. I think that there's not one that goes varying different qualities. They all have a nice little a film stock that I appreciate, and I think that there's a lot of extra content to be appreciated if you're a Lucio Fulci fan. And you get all three of them in a separate disc, which is cool. Which I love the artwork. Just look at that's fucking amazing artwork. I wish that I could have the solo releases so I could have them extended in on my shelf, but this is a lot cheaper. This is a lot cheaper than getting them separately. This was like $25 it cost when it sent me back, and that's way better than spending $25 times three with the individual releases, and it's fine. And I like that it got me introduced to these other classic movies. Next one up is this one's probably Lucio Fulci's most well known, and from the same company as that did this one, same one that did this one, and that's Zombie. I love Zombie as well. I think Zombie is Zombie City of the Living Dead good? No. Is it House by the Cemetery? Is it better than House by the Cemetery? By miles. Is it New York Ripper good? I'd say it's right in between the City of the Living Dead and the New York Ripper. It's very good. It isn't my favorite zombie film. My favorite zombie film is Day of the Dead, which from the original 1985 George A. Romero classic. But I think that it's a lot better than most of Romero's zombie films. This actually is a sequel to an alternate cut of Dawn of the Dead, and I feel like Dawn of the Dead is overrated. I like Dawn of the Dead. Don't get me wrong, Dawn of the Dead fucking rocks, but I feel like it's an overrated movie. But Zombie beats Dawn of the Dead by miles. It beats that piece of shit, the original Night of the Living Dead, which is a piece of shit in my humble opinion, by eons. Zombie is just an all-around fucking awesome movie. I love Zombie. You have this once you have like a good. I like how it begins with these two cops, in New York City, cops who are investigating a floating boat in the vicinity. And then we go to this remote island where they are dealing with zombies. and vice versa. This film has gotten some sequels. I've seen Zombie 3. I've seen like Zombie 3. I've seen like portions of Zombie 4 and 5. I haven't seen the others that came after Zombie 3. But but I've seen Zombie 3. Zombie 3 is kind of like a cheesy, shitty movie, but it's fun. I get a good kick out of it. Zombie 4 and 5, I don't really haven't seen them in a complete form, just bits and portions of them. Anyways, Zombie gets my high list of recommendations. I love this movie, and the Blu-ray release from Blue Underground is excellent. You can never go wrong with a Blue Underground release. Yeah. Now the last one on the subject is, and it's actually my first Arrow video release, and it's The Beyond, which I have here, and the Beyond is actually it's actually my favorite out of all the movies. It's the one that I've seen the latest, but the Beyond is my favorite out of the bunch. I just fucking I love everything about this movie. This movie has a fucking all around it has a fucking great feel, great atmosphere, great story. Love its ending. This film has a terrific fucking ending. This is my first Arrow video release. I have like two others. Two others. Um, I love it comes with this little booklet, and looks pretty good. You got the 2 disc, nice little artwork. All in all, I'm very pleased that this is my introduction to Arrow video. Although I'm not really going to get much Arrow videos because they're way too expensive. But this is a nice little package. But all in all, I think The Beyond is a great movie. I love it. I love all these movies. I love all 5 of these Lucio Fulci movies. I think that they are way better than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films. Majority of those. All in all, love these movies. I think Lucio Fulci is way better than Wes Craven and John Carpenter. I like Wes Craven and John Carpenter. They're both great. I'm sorry, Wes. He died like a few months ago. It's pretty sad, but I gotta be honest. I have a lot more appreciation for Lucio Fulci's work than I do for Wes Craven. I also have a lot more appreciation for Lucio Fulci's films than John Carpenter. I think that all of these movies are very impressive films. I don't have a single complaint with them, although House by the Cemetery being the lesser out of them all, I don't really have much of a problem with that. I give City of the Living Dead a 9 out of 10. Give House by the Cemetery a 6 out of 10. New York Ripper a 8 out of 10. Zombie a 9 out of 10. And The Beyond a 10 out of 10. I love all these movies. They're very precious, and this has been day number 10 of my 31 days of horror film reviews, and I shall be back with day number 11's review, and that's going to be of a good film that I hope that you enjoy, and I hope that you enjoy this review. Hope that you've been enjoying the other 9 that came before this of this year's 31 days of horror film reviews, and I shall be back with day number 11, and guess what this means? We have 21 more of these to go, and it's been a fun ride, and I shall see you in a little less than 24 hours with my day number 11's review. I've been really repeating that. I'm sorry. Like, comment, subscribe. I love every single one of you bitches, and I urge you to just drop down that Nightmare on Elm Street film. I urge you to drop down that Halloween film. I urge you to drop down that fucking Friday the 13th film. I urge you to drop all those. I urge you to drop that Wes Craven film. I urge you to drop that John Carpenter film, and explore the giallos, explore the Italian films, explore the obscure films. I urge you, because you're missing out on a lot. You're missing out on a lot by seeing those cruddy films, American horror films. You're missing out on a lot. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Well, they're not cruddy, but they lack the magic that these have. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you back. Bye.